Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLESFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. We have some really interesting developments that could have major implications not just for the Eagles, but for the entire NFC East and even the league as a whole. Recently, a story surfaced that sheds light on just how competitive and aggressive teams like the Eagles are when it comes to building a championship-worthy roster. And it's all centered around the veteran defensive end Calais Campbell. You might ask, why is this so important? Well, because it reveals the lengths teams are willing to go to secure top talent, especially when that talent has the potential to make a real difference on the field. So, here's what's happening. According to ESPN analyst and former teammate Sam Acho, both the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs were seriously in the hunt to sign Calais Campbell this offseason. Yes, the same Calais Campbell who's been a dominant force on the defensive line for nearly 2 decades. Acho, who played with Campbell in Arizona from 2011 to 2014, spilled the beans during a preseason broadcast, mentioning that these two powerhouse teams were very interested in acquiring him. And it's not just speculation. Acho's insights carry weight because of their long-standing relationship. Back in 2018, Acho and Campbell served as NFLPA representatives for the Bears and Jaguars, respectively, which means Acho has inside knowledge of Campbell's career moves and the kind of influence he has in locker rooms and team negotiations. Now, it's worth noting that Campbell's free agency process was highly competitive. Besides the Eagles and the Chiefs, we also learned that the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins made offers. That's a testament to how highly regarded Campbell is across the league. Teams recognize his veteran presence, leadership, and the ability to impact games in crucial moments. But what really sealed the deal for Campbell was the strong signing bonus offered by the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals, who have been rebuilding and trying to regain their status as a competitive force, made a compelling financial offer that convinced Campbell to stay. This decision to re-sign with the Cardinals isn't just about money, it's also about geography and personal comfort. Campbell is originally from Denver, and Phoenix is much closer to his hometown than the East Coast teams he played for in the past. So, for him, this move feels like a bit of a homecoming, a chance to be closer to family and familiar surroundings, especially as he approaches the twilight of his career. And it's also a strategic move for Arizona, who are hoping that Campbell's veteran leadership and experience can help them turn the page after 2 challenging seasons under head coach Jonathan Gannon. While the Cardinals are expected to improve, they aren't necessarily seen as a serious Super Bowl contender just yet. But having a player like Campbell can be a catalyst for that growth. Now, let's talk a little more about Calais Campbell himself, because he's more than just a veteran presence. He's a player who's been a consistent force on the defensive front, known for his pass-rushing ability, run-stopping skills, and leadership in the locker room. Over his 17-year career, Campbell has amassed impressive stats, and his presence on the field commands respect from teammates and opponents alike. His leadership qualities are unmatched, and that's probably one of the reasons why multiple teams were eager to bring him in. But here's the interesting part. If Campbell had signed with the Eagles or the Chiefs, it would have sent a very clear message. It would have signaled that he was chasing a Super Bowl ring, aiming to end his Hall of Fame career on the highest possible note. Both the Eagles and the Chiefs, last season's Super Bowl participants, are teams that are built for deep playoff runs. The Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, are always in the conversation, while the Eagles, fresh off an NFC Championship appearance, are looking to take that next step and claim their second Super Bowl title in recent years. The Eagles, in particular, have been aggressive in building a roster that can contend for the title. They've added talented players, re-signed key contributors, and have a coaching staff that's proven to be among the best in the league. So it's no surprise that the idea of adding a player like Campbell was so appealing. His experience, leadership, and disruptive ability could have been a perfect fit for the Eagles' defensive line, which has been solid, but could always use more veteran presence to push the young guys and set the tone. And let's not forget, the Eagles' defensive scheme under Jonathan Gannon focuses heavily on pressure and disruption, so a player like Campbell would have been a prime addition. His ability to stuff the run, collapse the pocket, and create chaos for quarterbacks fits perfectly within the team's defensive philosophy. Plus, having a veteran like Campbell could have helped accelerate the development of the younger players on the line, fostering a culture of excellence and accountability. But in the end, Campbell's decision to stay with the Cardinals shows a different kind of story, one of patience, stability, and perhaps a desire to enjoy the final chapters of his illustrious career closer to home. While it might seem like a missed opportunity for the Eagles and the Chiefs, it also underscores how competitive this market really was. The fact that at least 4 teams were interested in Campbell shows just how highly valued he remains in the league, even after all these years. Now, from the Eagles' perspective, this news highlights their ongoing quest to build a championship-caliber roster. They're always looking for those veteran pieces who can make an immediate impact, and Campbell would have been exactly that. But their focus remains on other areas, filling their needs through draft picks and free agency, and continuing to develop their young core. The Eagles have been one of the most exciting teams in recent seasons, making it to the playoffs consistently and even reaching the Super Bowl in 2022. Their Super Bowl window seems wide open, especially with Jalen Hurts leading the charge, supported by a talented cast of young and veteran players alike. And speaking of Jalen Hurts, the quarterback has shown tremendous growth, and the team has made significant investments in their offensive line and skill position players. But it's on the defensive side where the Eagles are always looking to add that extra piece, that veteran presence that can elevate the entire unit. And that's exactly what a player like Campbell would have brought to the table, a seasoned veteran who can still rush the passer, clog running lanes, and motivate the entire defense. Looking ahead, the Eagles will continue to be aggressive in their pursuit of excellence. They're already a team that's considered among the favorites in the NFC, and adding a player of Campbell's caliber would have only strengthened their case. But even without him, they remain a team to watch, with a roster full of talent and a coaching staff that's proven to maximize their potential season after season. In the bigger picture, this entire situation also illustrates how the league is evolving. Veterans like Campbell are not just looking for money, they're looking for the right fit, the chance to compete, and a team that aligns with their personal and professional goals. For teams like the Eagles, Chiefs, Ravens, and Dolphins, it's about balancing immediate impact with future potential. They're all vying for that elusive Super Bowl ring, and every move, every signing, every decision counts. So, as Eagles fans, what should you take away from all this? First, it's a reminder of how competitive and strategic NFL free agency is. Every team is trying to outsmart and outbid the others, not just to fill a roster spot, but to set themselves up for long-term success. And second, it's a testament to the kind of talent and leadership that players like Calais Campbell bring to the league, even after 17 years. His choice to stay with the Cardinals might seem like a quiet story on the surface, but it speaks volumes about his values, his career, and his legacy. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this whole story? Do you believe Campbell made the right move by staying in Arizona? Or do you think he missed a chance to chase a Super Bowl with a team like the Eagles or the Chiefs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing your opinions because your voice truly matters. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and all the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, fly Eagles fly. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news.